I'm Oliver Moore. I live in Cloughjordan. I'm a member of Cloughjordan Palestine Justice, the Nina Friends of Palestine, and the newly established North Tipperary branch of the IPSC, the Irish Palestine Solidarity Campaign. So here in North Tip, we have a campaign running called Hunger for Justice. Hunger for Justice is where we have a 24-hour fast, and we do it for one day, dedicated to one person who was killed in Gaza. We do it and we pass it on day by day, person by person, 24 hours each, and each person dedicates their fast to one person who was killed in Gaza. So I'm dedicating mine to Sabreen al Sakani. Sabreen was 7.5 months pregnant when her house was bombed in Rafah last week, April 2024. Her house was destroyed. Her family, her extended family, her husband, her 3-year-old daughter, and 19 members of their extended family were killed in the bombing. Sabreen was alive and taken to the hospital. When they discovered she was pregnant, they managed to save the baby with an emergency C-section, which was obviously conducted without anaesthetic because there is such a shortage of anaesthetic for all operations, including amputations in Gaza. But Sabreen died 10 minutes later, but the baby is still alive. The 7.5-month-old baby is still alive, is in an incubator, and is 1.4 kilos in weight. And this struck me, I suppose, one of the things that struck me first of all was having to even try and find one person to dedicate this to was really brought it home, the suffering, the scale of the absolute bombardment and annihilation involving so many thousands of bombs, killing tens of thousands of people, injuring many tens of thousands of people, displacing nearly everyone. So just getting that, just even thinking about that for longer than usual was really difficult, but has to be done really. But this story reminded me of how, there's 180 babies being born every day in Gaza. Life goes on. People try to do normal things. They have birthdays, they have births, they have sicknesses, they have conditions, they have divergences, they have schools to try and attend, they have education to try and receive. And sometimes they're doing this now without limbs, without parents. Orphans, as Rue, this new baby is born into a world without a family other than uncles and so on. So, yeah, so many hospitals have been bombed. Like there's 12 of the 36 hospitals left functioning at the moment. 698 attacks on healthcare staff were recorded. Attacks by the Israeli army on healthcare workers up until February. So much of the infrastructure and the population has been destroyed. We need to move past platitudes. We need to economically isolate Israel. We need to stop with the preferential trade agreements. In Ireland, we need to fast track the Occupied Territories Bill and the Divestments Bill. We need the same at the EU level. We need to isolate Israel at the EU level. We have preferential agreements with Israel based on basic human rights standards, which are clearly not being kept to, with so many hospitals and so much civilian infrastructure being destroyed, every university destroyed. So, yeah, this is an appalling situation that we need to all step up to try and do what we can to try and make it end as soon as possible. So my 24-hour fast starts now in a few hours, and I'm dedicating it to Sabreen and Rue, her little daughter, and to the people of Gaza, the West Bank, occupied East Jerusalem, and Palestine more generally.